Shabbat Shalom. It's such an honor and a privilege to stand here before you and deliver this drasha. I want to start by thanking this community for a wonderful welcoming on this first week in Johannesburg, especially Ian Mann there in the back, and the Beit David staff, Glynis, Diane, and Di. For those who did not watch the short video I recorded, I'm Brazilian, I'm 53 years old, I have two teenagers, ages 13 and 16, and I came to Johannesburg with my partner, Melanie, who's seated here in the front. I received my rabbinic ordination from the Rabbinical School of Hebrew College in Boston in 2011, and since then I have worked in a variety of settings with college students, in Jewish day schools, and as a pulpit rabbi for the past 5 years. Before I became a rabbi, I got degrees in business and economics and had a career in management consulting, which brought me to Johannesburg for the first time in 2004. I have lived in 4 different continents. I'm not sure. How many continents are there? 5? 5 or 7? 7. I learned 5. I learned like her. But in America they say 7 because America and South America are different continents, and now they count Antarctica. So in 7, if the count is 7, then I lived in 4 different continents. If it is 5, then I only lived in 3. And I have lived in different cities within each one. But even when you're used to them, transitions can be and usually are challenging. We tend to develop roots in the places we settle in, and when we leave them to a new place, we feel a bit unstable as the new roots grow steady. So I apologize in advance and ask for a bit of patience if I speak too much about my experiences in Brazil. But I can tell you that I already start to fall in love with this place, just as I did when I first came to Johannesburg 21 years ago. I left the country 21 years ago saying, in the World Cup, it's first Brazil, second South Africa. Then I lived in so many different places. This week's Parsha, Bo, also speaks of transitions. In the saga of the Exodus of Yetziat Mitzrayim, Egypt is hit by the 3 latest blows in God's disputes with Pharaoh over the Israelites' freedom: locust, darkness, and the death of the firstborn. As the last blow hits, Pharaoh sent the Israelites away, afraid that even more people would die if he refused to let them go. After 430 years, and there are different numbers, but this Parsha says 430. After 430 years, the Israelites were finally free to leave their servitudes and to become a free people in a land that God had promised to their ancestors. The text speaks of 600,000 men, plus women and children. It also mentions an Erev Rav, a mixed multitude of Egyptians and foreigners that went up with them. Taking it all into account, we're talking about a very large group of people, a group that plowed the Chumash, the Torah edition that we use here, calls it an unmanageably large multitude. What was the feeling of each individual in that huge group? Every year in Pesach, we try to put ourselves in the shoes of someone living Egypt at that moment. What were they feeling? Were they anxious? Were they fearful? Were they excited? What were their hopes? What experiences from Egypt were they carrying with them? Sometimes, as members of large groups, even if not the 2 million people that the scholars, the Mefarshim estimate that 600,000 adult males equal 2 million people overall. So as members of large groups, we might feel lost in the multitudes. Changes may make these feelings even more acute. And there's no better remedy for this feeling than a community that values what each person brings to the group, in which every person feels seen and heard and safe. I'm aware of the fact that as much as Beit David is a new experience for me, I am also a new experience for this community. And you have certainly gone through a lot of transitions over the past few years. By acknowledging that, I want to invite each and every one of us to feel valued, and it's funny, ironic for the person arriving to say that I want you all to feel welcomed. But so I want to invite each and every one of us to feel valued and welcomed and seen and heard. Over the next 3 months, I really want you to get to know me, and I want to get to know you. What are your dreams and your fears? What Jewish experiences do you cherish the most, and what aspects of our tradition cause you discomfort? Come talk to me after services today or tomorrow, or even better, contact the office on Monday and schedule a time for us to talk over coffee or hot chocolate or tea. I hope to get to know each one of you individually, not only as part of the multitudes. From the people I have already had the chance to meet, I know this to be an amazing community, and I feel really honored being your rabbi. I hope you'll be able to see the person behind the title, and let me also see you for who you really are. Shabbat Shalom. Before I get down from the bima, I think it's a bit exaggerated, but I love the metaphor of a synagogue without a rabbi is like a house without a roof. But let's say that today, maybe because of the rain, we have a double roof, and acknowledge the presence also of Rabbi Malcolm from Cape Town, who came to officiate at tomorrow's bar mitzvah. Welcome. Again, ironic as it is, and Shabbat Shalom.